And we are live, and has often been my phrase, God help us. Welcome to session 4 of Quest for the Sword of Kings, a Savage Worlds game using the Thrilling Tales campaign setting, available at all good shops and online PDF retailers. There you go. Hopefully I'll get some money back for that. We are pretty much picking up. Yes, I know. We are pretty much picking up where we left off with our 3 intrepid heroes about to take a flight up to Bonnie, Scotland.
Can I just say, on the topic of Scotland and you being Scottish and all, you trying to get money back on a game that cost you $10 to buy, that's like £6. You're so bloody Scottish.
I'm not Scotch. Scotch is a drink.
I said Scottish. I know you're struggling to understand me because I've got a proper accent and shit, but not like you Scots people with your weird accent.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the level of the humor this evening. When's it any different? Right, I'm going to go left to right with introductions as I see it. So, Jason, kick it off.
Kaplawi. My name is Jason, and I am playing Dr. Logan Mortimer Tiberius, PhD. He's probably soon to have many more qualifications of a Scottish variety, because he wants to do as much as he can whilst in Scotland, except for bumping into his estranged cousin, who is hopefully not an NPC at this stage. I don't know. But yeah, he is very much a scientist and a lobotomist and a zoologist and is very, very smart. But he also has some weird acid and fiery and creepy tricks up his sleeve.
Yes, he does. And next to Jason is Becky.
Hello there. So I'm Sheena McFeeler and I'm from Australia. Now, there is a little bit of a preconception about Australian people. Some of you think that we're just lazy drunks. Well, I've got to tell you, it's not alcohol in this cup right now. It really isn't. I know you can't tell that, so you'll have to take my word for it. And also, we're known to be liars.
Phil?
I'm not a stereotype.
Oh, hi, I'm playing Jake Cutter, who's an ace pilot. I'll be transporting our little gang up to Scotland this evening. Hopefully not crashing on the way.
Well, you know, who knows what travesty will befall you. And as usual, at the start of every session, you now have 3 bennies each, which you are allowed to give to other players should they require them. So you can see it as 3 bennies each or as a pool of 9, depending on which way you want to view it.
Got a cousin called Ben. I only had one of him. Fell out of a school gymnasium window on the first floor. Still alive, though.
Yeah, I had a cousin called Ben. Member of a Dover family. Oh,
that's like the Rover family. They're like dogs. Sorry, we're meant to be playing the game. Sorry.
Back at the airfield. You just you successfully managed to cripple one DC3 and rescue the professor and shoot his kidnapper, Lord Cartwright. And the professor told you that that Cartwright was attempting to head to Scotland, to the hills, the hilly region just outside of Edinburgh, known as Arthur's Seat. And you had, at the end of that session, pretty much all decided that you were going to nip onto the other DC3 that was in the hangar and make your way up there. which was pretty much where we left it last time, and that's where we're going to pick it up from. So, first of all, let's start as we mean to go on. Phil.
Okay.
Piloting roll. Let's get you up and away.
Interesting thing on piloting roles, Ronnie. About a year or so ago, maybe 2 now, I did this video on piloting. Bit of a rant about it. And I was reading there a comment that you wrote saying you only ask for a piloting role the first time someone flies a plane. If
yes.
they pass it, then obviously, you know, just saying.
And I stand by my comment. However, as this is not his usual DC3 and it is going from a cold start, I'm going with a piloting roll.
Okay, I got a 6.
That's fair enough. Now, unless he's doing something silly, I probably won't ask him for another piloting roll.
Like landing.
Like landing. Well, it depends on where he's trying to land. If it's an airstrip, that's one thing. If it's in the middle of the hills, he might have to make another roll.
I'm just pulling your legs there, Ronnie.
You better get yourself strapped in, Maria.
With your own words.
That's okay. That's okay. Right. So the flight is going to take about roughly 2.5 hours. You can see that Professor is quite excited at the prospect of going up to following this trail. We must beat these fascists. We must not allow them to get a hold of Excalibur.
When you say trail, are we talking like a path?
There may very well be. Of a fashion.
Yeah, I'm not sure those words, when used together, form a sentence that actually means anything.
Yes, but we must take on this quest.
Yeah, I'm just asking, is there a path that we follow? I mean, like, you've read this book, it's telling you where to go, right? So where we're going, Arthur's Seat, right, that's great, but that's a big rock on the side of the hill as far as I understand it. So, like, you know, that is the hill. So, several of them, in fact. So whereabouts in these several of them hills is it that we're exactly going?
I'm sure we'll find clues when we get there.
What he means is, I hope that the lobotomist I hired will be able to tell which hill we're on.
Well, it depends how close we can land as well.
That we leave a trail behind for these bloody Nazis to follow. You haven't thought about that, have you, Professor?
Well, I am rather worried that whoever his associates were that he was going to meet may have decided to head on ahead. We may find them there.
I make my way through to the cockpit to see if I can see the view out front.
Yep. Have a seat.
Yep, it's sort of early evening now. I mean, it's visible. It's not overcast.
Have a seat there. We can we're on our way.
I sit down a bit startled and say, as long as you don't expect me to do anything.
No, you should be all right. You should be pretty plain sailing. Little drawn up to Scotland.
What do you call somebody with too many dogs? Overdosed.
Yes, yes, I saw that one earlier.
Yeah, come on. I'm explaining how Sheila's passing the time. If you like, I can dig up from some jokes from a few years ago that you won't have seen earlier, but you may have heard them before.
Are they all involving dogs?
Well, so far, everything.
I'm sort of glad I'm up front, actually.
Shrimps?
something decidedly fishy about shrimp jokes.
Right, so heather-covered hills, right?
Yes. Okay, so it takes about 2.5, 3 hours. You see the lights of Edinburgh, and you see the hills.
Do we know, is Edinburgh have a decent-sized airfield at the time, or are we heading for that, or are we going to land as close as we can to...
It would have had... It would have had... Hello, person in the background of Phil. Hidden fourth player. Yeah, I mean it would have had an airstrip at that time.
So we'll head for there, I assume, because we're not going to get close to the Arthur's Seat, I would have thought.
Yeah. It's not too far away. You reckon maybe 45-minute drive given empty roads? Yes.
Yeah. We're not landing in DC3 and they're close to that.
No, you're not. No, you're not landing on those. Well, I'd like to see you land on those. I think you landing on those would be really good. Okay, so you have landed. What are you doing about procuring a car, or are you going to procure a car?
How late is it now?
Say about sort of 5, 6 o'clock.
Depends how far we have to scour these hills.
I mean, you could probably get a taxi out there, but we'll have to steal something to actually do what we want.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I turn back to the professor and say, "Are we close?"
Oh, I do believe so. Yes. Look, let's see if we can find some sort of cab.
Do you know where we're heading? Or are we just going to traipse over these hills for the next 2 days?
Well, you may have noticed after you had felled Lord Cartwright that I rifled through his pockets. And in doing so, I uncovered this, and he shows a sort of, it's almost like a small miniature of a shield. With a blue background and 3 golden crowns in a vertical line.
Ah, that will make a perfect coaster for my coffee tomorrow morning.
He seemed very keen that this was some sort of key, but I don't know whether he meant a key on the map or an actual key.
Did you think to get a map?
Well, I was rather preoccupied with getting the shield thing.
So there's nothing in your book here that tells you where the sword is, that tells you where the grave that the sword is in is.
Well, it says something about Sir Hector Torson.
Right. And is that Sir Hector Tortoise's shield?
No, this is the emblem of Pendragon himself. This is King Arthur's insignia.
Right. That makes more sense. I don't know who Pendragon is. Right. So, surely, if the sigil of Arthur is anywhere in these hills, some idiot would have already found it.
I'm sure we will discover all when we get there.
Oh, we're in Edinburgh. How much more there do you want to get without knowing where to go?
Well, I don't have the map on me, and all it says here is that we have to find the graveyard within.
Within
Oh,
what?
look for a church.
Hills, of course.
Within the hills, I assume.
Or where else would it be? It's a giant tomb, and so far the public hasn't spotted it. What I don't want is to drive halfway around the whole of Scotland and be charged a shocking fee for the cab services.
I will pay for the cab fare. My word.
I'm going to just head out for a quick breath of fresh air. But also I'm going to start examining the heather a little bit, get a feel for the types of aromas coming off it, the textures.
Okay. Okay.
Scottish.
Right,
They're not saying there's a tomb actually somewhere inside the hill. Then, do you think?
I think so, yes. Yes, that must be what it means. Yes. Right,
But-
I'm going to hail a cab.
Put it this way, I didn't see one in the bowels of the plane anywhere. You can't just write something in the chat and then not say anything.
Well, that's the whole point of putting it in the chat, isn't it? It's not something Sheila's going to come up with, but my brain did.
Yeah, but because
All
you
right.
type
For
in-
the benefit of the handful of people that tune into live plays, what I actually typed in the chat was, the feckin' hill is a dragon, isn't it? Because King Arthur's tied up with the whole Welsh folklore shit. And if they're saying they've died in Scotland, yeah, fair enough, but Welsh folklore's all about fucking dragons and wizards. And a golden castle on a hill with a library called the Bard's College. But that's that whole shit doesn't matter. Now, the rest of it's all fucking dragons. Ah, shit.
Except dragons don't exist, Sheila.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Sheila wouldn't say that. That was my brain. That's why I put it in the chat.
Yeah, but you're always using her accent, so it was a bit confusing.
It's not my fault. It's my voice.
Okay, the professor has hailed a cab.
Okay.
How close can the cab get us? Talking to the taxi driver.
The cab says he can get us within about 2 miles. It's not much of a trek. Sturdy sorts like you should be able to manage a quick trek across uneven country, and I suppose maybe we ought to buy a torch. Is there a torch in the plane?
I already have a torch.
I got a flashlight here. Always carry one in my belt.
Oh, that's perfect then.
There's bound to be some in the plane as well.
Yeah. Standard. There'll be at least one.
I'm swapping my Thompson machine gun drums around as well.
So,
Don't scare the taxi driver off just yet. Do that just before we're going to pay him.
I don't need the tip. Really?
She wants to look for a really big bear.
And Scotland. This
Oh,
far
no.
south.
Maybe it was a wolf.
You'll got beards. You'll look like bears to me.
Aye, well. So what you find yourself doing here this time of year? What brings you to Edinburgh?
Sightseeing.
For bears.
Killing Nazis.
If you go down to the woods today, yeah. He's looking a little nervous as he's driving. So do you get up here often?
First time.
Most Nazis are in London and Germany.
I reckon there's a lot of folk like that in London. Aye. I can see that.
Mosley and his gang.
So you're not too happy with Hitler and all that, or in Germany then?
Not a fan, no.
That's all right then. Can I have his kind in my cab? Too bloody short.
Seen any Nazis lately?
Not that I know of. But you never know. Everybody needs a taxi every now and again. Right, so he gets to the sort of winding country road, and eventually he stops and says, right, yeah, this is as far as I can get you. Keep going that way. It's about 1.5 miles, maybe. You can see, you can see the outline of the seat right there. Look.
All right.
In the distance, you can actually see the shadow of Arthur's seat.
Fantastic. Finally, we're out in nature.
So, that sign there, I think they misspelt road. Holyrood Park.
No. It's perfectly lovely countryside.
Yeah, but it's not how you spell road.
No, it's how you spell road.
No, I just said that's not how you spell road.
We're no spelling road though. Anyway, right. So he goes to the professor and he gets the money off him. Well, enjoy your whatever the hell you're doing.
Just winding you up. We're going for a trek, is all.
Aye, that's what you get. That's what you see every day. People trekking across the parkway towards the seat with big machine guns.
The machine guns, just in case there's a Nazi.
Okay. And he drives off. You notice that he's driven off at a far greater speed than he actually got you here at.
Yeah, no surprise. There's no fare in his cab right now.
Right, come on. This should be simple enough.
Yeah, Tiberius is just ahead of him already. Like,
God, anyone would think that.
All the different aromas from the heather, and is just loving the smell of nature and all that shit.
Tiptoeing through the tulips.
Tulips? There's tulips? What?
No, just I'm going with them.
Also, Tiberius is going to check the soil, in particular because if the taxi driver's talking about like people trucking and stuff, he wants to see if anybody's been here particularly recently.
Do you have tracking?
I do.
Go for it.
Okay. That is a 6.
Okay. You reckon that there are some very recent, as in within the last hour, footprints?
And do they go anywhere in particular?
They're heading towards the seat. You reckon you can also see what might be a heavy vehicle has attempted.
Oh, really?
Let's
Shane,
go have a look at the vehicle.
I think no, you just meant like
Yeah.
vehicle, right?
What's right?
I
Oh,
thought
you
you
mean
meant
just tracks?
vehicle
Yeah.
track, yeah, for the heavy
Right,
vehicle.
sorry.
Yeah. You reckon that maybe from some sort of farm vehicle or.
Does it look like the vehicle succeeded, or is it turned back?
You can't see that it's double back anywhere.
So its tracks just continue on.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I think
It could be taking a lot of people up there then as well.
Could be. Might gonna be needing some more ammo.
Speaking of ammo, no. Right. After about an hour, 2 hours, you do reach the bottom of the hill. I would like all of you, because I know you're going to be looking, to make me some investigation rolls, please.
That's a 4 from me.
12.
Okay, that's rather special. Becky?
I thought I saw a crocodile. I'll be right back.
Right. Phil. It takes a lot of looking, especially because nighttime and everything else. But having had the tracks pointed out to you has certainly helped. You notice that there's a small inlet. It's one of those ones that if you're passing by, you wouldn't think of it twice. There's a small inlet that provides a small path to what looks like a solid wall.
Oh, right. Okay. Look, there's something over here that looks a possible pathway to nowhere.
The footsteps look as if don't look like they've stopped, because you can see sort of half footprints.
How many?
the wall
Is it like a lot of footprints, or maybe 2 or 3?
You've no idea of numbers, but you reckon that there's more than 3, or there's 3 very, very heavy dudes.
So it looks like they've gone through the wall. It looks like the wall's on top of the footprints.
Yeah.
All right. So there must be a secret entrance around here. There must be some sort of way of opening this.
The professor at this point does his NPC thing. Yes, must be around here somewhere. Look, we're looking for something this shaped.
But how can they have used that when you're holding it?
I can only assume that they've got one as well.
You mean there's 2 of them?
At least.
Or maybe that is one of the keys further inside. So maybe we'll catch him up.
So it's got to be a reasonable level anyway. So we're looking at.
Yeah. The professor sort of goes, "Oh, I think I found it. Wait. He slots the sort of emblem, gives it a small turn, and the wall pushes back slightly and slides to your right, revealing a passageway. And you can see that the footsteps do indeed continue.
As I start going in, I sort of look either side of where the wall has recessed and I go, basic stuff.
Yeah. What you do notice from the rock is it doesn't look like there's been any real work done other than the sort of mechanics of the door. The walls still look volcanic in nature.
I get my flashlight on. I'm going to walk in and I'm going to say thank you as I walk in because I assume someone's holding the door open.
Is one
Sheila,
someone?
How long have you worked for me?
You're talking to me, Logan?
I did say Sheila.
All right. Well, I suppose it's a couple of years or something in it now.
And you know that I have plenty of these types of mechanical doors in my lair.
Mechanical doors? No, they go whoosh. What are you trying to say?
There's nobody opening or holding the door for you.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to point my light around. Little blighter must have run off.
Oh God.
So I put my flashlight on the corridor. Is it quite flat or is it going down?
You can see that it's sort of slightly winding to the right and certainly declining down, but it's not steep. It's quite sort of mild decline.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to check the ground actually into how wet it is in particular.
It's fairly dry actually. There's very little in the way of moisture on the walls or the ground.
Okay. And is there sort of any dust that's been scuffed up or anything like that?
Yeah, you can certainly see where people have been walking.
Can we hear anything from anyone in front of us? No, it would.
Not at the moment, no. No, but that might just simply be because they may be further in than can be heard.
So, as we're going along, I look for any kind of loose rock, just like a little thing, and stop for a couple of seconds to draw a swastika on the wall with a no symbol around it. There, now I've said my piece.
Okay. Yeah, as you are sort of checking round, Jason, can you make me an investigation roll, please? As you're the one sort of saying that you're deliberately looking for stuff.
Yep, I got a 7.
Okay. As you sort of walk forward, you see a small, what looks like a beam of light sort of heading across the pathway in front of you. It's about knee height.
The first thing, I mean, try not to metagame, but the first thing I think is where the hell is the light source coming from? So I look with my torch to see if there's any kind of small light hidden in the corner somewhere or anything like that.
You can't see anything offhand, but it's very minute. It's about that.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's almost like a very concentrated beam of light. Okay. I'm going to carefully walk up to it, and again, sort of look either side to see if it's sort of burning through anything, or again, where the source of it is coming from.
You're not sure where the source is coming from, although it could be something as simple as a torchlight from a. You're not quite sure where the light source is coming from. It could just be the moonlight that's being set through by numerous mirrors. There's
What's the
certainly
hold
one
up
way
there,
in it.
Doctor?
Well, I'm just very confused as to how this light is protruding through the wall like that.
Oh, yeah, there's a light. That's probably some kind of fiendish Nazi contraption to people to look at us or some shit as we walk past it.
How high is it off the floor?
It's about knee height.
About knee high.
Professor, do you know anything about this? Is this a decoration for the dead?
Well, I mean, you hear awful stories about contraptions in Mayan and Egyptian temples. Perhaps someone.
What, the Nazis been there too?
But yes, I suppose it could be some sort of device. I guess. Do we activate it, or are we going to try and climb step over it, or?
Oh, when you say device, then, Professor, you mean a booby trap?
Yeah, yes, that is the common expression. Yes, isn't it? Yes, booby trap.
Ah, I see.
Activating it might not be the best thing then.
I didn't think that such things existed. I thought they were in, 1001 Nights, that kind of thing. But how about we test it? I get another rock and I chuck it through the beam.
Okay. At that point, essentially what you see are from either side, the corridor is roughly about 5 feet in width. So it's not exactly. But from either side, you see 2 sword blades. The blades being about 3 feet in length, come from either side of the wall, from either side of the path, and just go just in front of where the beam is, from where you're looking.
If we shine a torch on the floor where the swords came out, is there any blood on the floor?
No, but that may simply indicate that whoever came here ahead of you figured it out, and they all just stepped over it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if one of them got caught or not.
Hold on a minute, and I do another rock to make it activate again. They're not positioned very well. If they really wanted to kill somebody, they should have put the middle one a bit lower.
Oh, yeah, but when it was made, were they made by people the same height as you?
I look at my slightly shorter than average height and go, probably.
Well, are you sure? Because if they were taller, they might aim a little higher.
Anyway.
You reckon that the swords would hit in the midriff of the average person?
So, anybody want to carefully step over the beam?
Well, we've all got to do it.
I'll tell you now.
Alternatively, trigger it now and walk through as it's retreating.
You can do that if you want, because I know you like your adrenaline rush, but I'm going to step over it very orderly, thank you.
Yeah, you went muffled again there, Jason.
Ah, it's really weird. Because I'm not touching anything. I basically said, Sheila, you can if you want, because I know you like your adrenaline rush, but I'm going to step over very orderly, thank you.
Yeah, I think Jason was saying that he's stepping over the beam.
He's going to step over it, yeah. Once it's got through, I'm just going to test this beam to see how quickly it can reset after it's fired once.
It seems to reset in about 2 seconds.
Ah, plenty of time to cross then, yeah?
Okay.
All right. I trigger it, and then as soon as it starts resetting, I run forward.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to allow that. Phil?
Yeah, I'm going to follow through as well. I'm waiting for the, the spacings and dive through.
As the professor goes to come through, I ready my blade to actually parry the blades in case he fucks it up, because I'm sure he will.
I think I'll just do the smart thing and step over. Suddenly wish I'd learned to limbo dance.
Well, you could crawl.
Actually, just lie down on the ground. I'll drag you through.
Ooh, that would be a unique experience. Yes, let's try it.
I'll
Unique
just put him
experience.
through.
Just for the hilarity of it, give me a strength roll. Just for the sillies.
I get the right dice. Ah, shit! I rolled brilliantly as well, and it's the wrong friggin' dice. Ah, it's a 9.
Yeah, you pull them through fairly efficiently.
Ah, sorry about the stones there. Didn't see them till after.
Ooh, that was a bit bracing. Just a little.
Having
Yeah.
now tested your weight, I realise I needn't have tugged so hard.
Oh, that was ouchy. Okay.
You're alive, ain't you?
Yes.
Job done. All right, Doc. I think you better go first. Seems you've got an eye for these things.
So you say?
Well, I wouldn't have thought anything about a beam of light crossing the corridor.
No, I know you wouldn't.
Sorry, I had to have my Indiana Jones reference in at some point.
I kind of lift my trousers up as I step over.
Okay.
By the way, is my sound any better?
Yes.
So far, so good.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, just a few moments you were, sound going like that.
Sounded like I had you gagged.
Yeah, weird, because again, I'm not...
Right, that was said. That was said with the confidence of someone who knew what it sounded like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but
Obviously.
Might have been a slightly loose wire or something.
yeah.
Taking my keyboard cord out just in case there's some kind of conflict, but it seems a bit better now.
Yeah, sounds nice now. Okay, guys. Right. Are you're continuing on?
Yeah, we're lining up behind the dock.
Okay. Okay, right. Give me an investigation roll, please, Jason.
Oh, okay. Not so great. I'm kind of tempted to actually spend a Benny with that one. I got a 4. In fact, you know what? I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll take the 4 for now.
Okay, right. Just as you're about to put your foot down, you look down and you realize that the floor has slight indents in a hexagonal shape along the path heading round the bend.
Oh, the metagame is screaming in my mind right now.
I'm sorry, but you can't have the pulp action go through an old tomb without at least some Indiana Jones reference frying in.
Professor, I think there might be another trap ahead.
Ooh, I'm rather impressed at these. Ooh, it's rather exciting. What?
Either decided to draw patterns into a very bleak corridor.
I don't get it.
Well, I assume in times past, yes, you can see some of the dirt's been removed here. You can see in times past they would have filled the indents in so that the unsuspecting would just place their foot upon what I assume is some sort of counterweight.
Do you think we
Counter
can
what?
work out which ones are safe to move on?
Well, there may be just enough space between the hexagons for us to place our feet. It's going to be slow going.
The hex of what?
I'm more concerned about how heavy Sheila is at the moment with all the guns she's carrying.
Ah, I can give one to the pilot. Here, there you go, Cap. I was going to lend you this one anyway, seeing as your own gun's basically a toy.
It's not a toy.
I take that as a compliment in that I obviously make more exciting things.
No, machine guns are exciting.
He's grabbed the Thompson now.
Yeah,
No, I've got the Thompson because
You
it's
see-
got more ammo. You've got the Mauser.
Professor, I think you should lead the way with this one.
Okay, yes. So you see that there's just enough space, but you can see he's sort of turning his foot at sort of 45-degree angles to sort of walk, almost the kind of duck walk, to find the space between the hexagons.
Maybe you were right, Sheila, because the spaces are tiny, much smaller feet.
What about throw it with your stone trick again? See what happens.
You say that, but because this goes on for a little while, I'm more concerned that it will set off a lot of different things. So why do we do that when we're across?
Because that sounds just as crazy to me. Let's not trigger the trap, I would say.
That's my
So-
preferred option as well, Sheila.
You see the professor sort of going round the path begins to bend round to the right quite sharply, to the point where he sort of slightly disappears from view.
We better go after him, like he's probably going to get himself in trouble.
And he's like, "Oh, oh my, oh, that's rather awful. Oh my God.
Is there a dead person?
Yes, very, very dead. Be very, very careful when coming down this corridor. Do not step upon the counterweights. It's
Why? What happened? What? How did he die?
it would appear rather than blades from the sides, something sort of lance-like skewering from the ceiling has impaled one of these. Yes, yes,
All right.
he's looked
Now I've got
better.
the nature of it.
That does
Let's
sound
just
nasty.
trigger them all and have them sticking out then. So I'm going to get a stone and toss one onto a counterweight. What happens?
As he says, the ceiling immediately above that counterweight, suddenly something close to an old style lance just comes down.
Okay, so as it comes down, I want to try and yank it out so I break it.
Give me a strength roll, please. This is going to be an opposed test.
Okay. Oh, 10.
Okay. Clearly, the mechanics of these things aren't in the best of condition. I rolled a 2.
So I rip the lance off the ceiling, right?
You can.
Now I've got a torch and a lance, and I'm just going to see where the others are and bugger them the hell up.
You crazy woman!
What?
Okay.
Being funny, but like you said, there's a small gaps, and I'm not entirely sure I know what a hexagon is. or account as something.
Oh God!
Listen very carefully as we go forward.
That's all right. Look, I'm just going to take them out. I'm just going to break as many of these as I can.
Listen very carefully. I will say this only once. My bum is on a thistle. Yes, greatest line from Allo Allo. So, you guys, I am going, because of the sort of tightness of the angle as you're going round the corner, I'm going to ask, I'm going to ask Jason and Phil, because you're still stepping between, to make me agility checks, please.
Agility.
Jonathan.
Becky's a slightly different case because you're doing this slightly differently.
Ooh, I got a 7.
Okay.
Oh. 10.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're quite you sort of find a sort of rhythm to your movement, so you're actually moving between the spaces quite swiftly and quite nimbly, so you don't actually hit any of the counterweights. Becky, on the other hand, you're just going near each counterweight and just going like that.
And if it doesn't trigger, then I trigger it with the lance. I rip the thing off the wall, and whichever way, I'm going to break this thing as I go, so I've got a nice path.
Okay. Can you give me a... I'm just going to do a straight fighting roll, because you are using a melee weapon, in a sense.
That's a 6.
Okay. Now, we can do this one of two ways. We can either do fighting rolls all the way down with every... Or I'll let you clear a path with that success and a Benny.
Yeah, I may as well just spend the Benny now, because it's going to cost me a lot more later. If I've got to do that for every big spike. All right, then. I have cleared a path.
Yep.
All right, when I get to the far end, I have learned from the professor. I'm going to do a swastika and then put the old cross through it, so Nazis know not to walk down that path.
I love how you're using Doctor and Professor interchangeably.
I like it. But yeah, you do see someone, he's kind of dressed in, or was dressed in sort of everyday sort of cheap suit. He's carrying a Walther. Or is it Walther at the ground at his feet? Walther PPK. And yeah, the lance clearly got him just at the base of the neck and sort of skewered him. I'm trying to think of a good example of that that's ever appeared on film, and the closest I can think of is Patrick Troughton's death in The Omen, when he gets skewered by the church spire.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's always Hot Fuzz.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's really, that goes really OTT. Even when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, no, that's a bit brutal." You guys can now hear voices.
Oh shit! I thought I was sane.
I was going to say, like, as in, not in our heads. Me and Becky were on the same page.
Yeah.
You can hear voices up ahead. Because you did say about, could you actually hear? I said not at the moment. So I assumed that you were still, because you knew there was people up ahead. You can hear voices. You can't really make them out, but you can hear what sounds like sort of clanging as well.
Clanging. It sounds like they found something, making an awful lot of noise.
They're breaking into the sarcophagus. They brought heavy equipment.
All right. Let me go ahead and get into an ambush position by sneaking up. I'll do it while they're making loads of noise. They won't see me coming. Then when you guys come in, we can take them by surprise.
All right, stealth roll.
Okay. So that'll be a Benny.
I'll give you a +2 on it because they're not actually.
Ah, in that case, I didn't need the Benny. All right. Take the first roll. Okay. Oop. Clicking the wrong thing there. So, yes, I rolled a 5.
Okay. You sort of get to the bottom of the path, and you can see what looks like a makeshift graveyard. It's almost conjecture. It almost looks as if maybe the graveyard had been built and then the hill had grown around it.
Okay. So I'm going to sneak off to the side, get myself behind a tombstone and line up on the Nazis.
Yeah, you can see there's maybe 10 or 12 of them.
Okay.
They don't really have heavy equipment, but there are a couple with pickaxes. They look like they're trying to chink into the ground somewhere. The odd clang that you can hear is obviously that somebody's getting a little too good with a pickaxe, and it's sort of clanging off walls and the odd headstone as they're swinging.
So I set myself up in a position where I'll have a nice crossfire on them when the guys come out the main exit, and they'll be completely taken by surprise.
Okay. And you guys are coming down the path. Are you attempting also to sort of place yourself in a sneaky position, or are you just going to walk out and say, hey, guys?
Yeah, I'm going to try and be sneaky, but I'll follow Sheila's lead.
Yeah, there's no point in making it that obvious until we know exactly what's there, I don't think.
So if anything, I'll be at a distance to cover her.
Okay, I want stealth from both of you. And again, I will give you the same +2.
I was trying to talk myself out of it, but no. +2.
Yeah, because they're not really watching.
Okay, that's a 6 with a +2.
Okay. Jason?
Yeah, 4.
4? Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see how the professor,
God.
who can't stealth to save himself, gets on with his D4 -2 and the +2, which means he's just rolling a D4. As you guys sort of sneak down and sort of get in position, the professor sort of walking in sort of into the sort of area last is like, oh, I see. You blighters, what are you doing? Sorry, guys, rolled a 1. He completely failed.
I got 1. Did you hear?
So they all come round and they get their guns ready, and I'm going to allow for a Siggy break at that point, and we'll pick it back up and do the combat.
Righty-ho.
Okay.
Thanks very much there. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, back.
see you in a bit. Back in a moment, guys. And guys, if you are looking for something to do, 3rd of November, Con Plus One. This is the official T-shirt. Go on to my website. There are Con Plus One videos. Also, Pair of Geeks have a few videos, a lot of videos actually for Con Plus One. Lots of games happening all through the 3rd of November. Details on the website. If you go to videos either on my channel or Pair of Geeks channel, you will find videos and links to the website. Come and join us. Great cause, great gaming. I'm running a game. A little bit of horror, because horror works. So come and join us for that. Hope everyone is enjoying what they're seeing so far. I'll say my usual hellos at this point. Fiona, if you're watching, hi. Maxine, if you get to watch, hi. And Stephen Ross, if you're watching, hi, man. Hope you're all enjoying what is a very different episode. Hoping my players are enjoying it. It's a bit different from last time. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I am shuffling the initiative cards. For those who do not play Savage Worlds, initiative is done by playing cards. Welcome back, Phil.
Hello.
Enjoying the show so far?
Yeah. Good, isn't it?
I'm hoping people are enjoying it.
Gonna find out what they're breaking into now.
You know,
I'm just gonna get the stats for this Moser because I think I'm gonna need them.
I'm hoping my players are enjoying it tonight. It's a bit different from last time, but it's all building.
For 3.
You all right, guys?
Yeah.
Hello. Tina, Phil, how are you enjoying the show so far tonight?
Hey, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it, bloke?
I've just been doing a bit of a promo for Com+1, just reminding everyone that it's happening on the 3rd of November.
There might well be a special thing out next weekend on that topic. Oh, yeah, because what we need at the moment is more players. We've got loads of games. We just need players to sign up to them, right? So I thought, why not show them some of the amazing people that are going to be at this convention? Yeah, people like Matthew Sprange and Jodie Black and Mike Mason and many, many other real key people in the RPG industry. Don't know why I'm doing this in Sheila McFeeler's voice. Hi, I'm Becky Rose from Pair of Geeks.
Yes.
I bet you didn't know I was English.
Trust me, they didn't know Sheila McFeeler was Australian. No,
we've got dragons and shit. Look at that. Look at that. There's a beautiful little dragon here. Just going to put some flames on the screen and see what those flames reveal. Oh, yeah, look at that beautiful logo. Drew it myself, you know. I'm really proud of that. So come along and check out the telethon, sign up for some games. So, yeah, anyway, we're going to run that footage we've got of loads of key people in the industry. The one I showed you guys in this hangout before we went live, only we'll be doing it with sound.
Excellent.
Wow.
You know, because when I showed you guys, we didn't put sound on. So, yeah, that's my thinking.
No, I like that idea.
Like they what idea?
Welcome back, Jason.
Hello.
I was just telling the guys about running that footage we got next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Try and show these people, some of the amazing people that are going to be at this convention, and they should come and attend.
Yeah.
Going to do it with celebrity power.
Celebrity power.
Got the Gentleman Gamer. The list goes on. Oliver Hume.
And we've got some good games as well.
And we've got some good games. I mean, there's at least 2 out of the 4 of us running horror games.
Oh yeah, because you 2 are running games, aren't you?
Yes.
Games.
Need some more players, guys.
Fun enough, we're not only are we both running games, we're running games in this. We're both running horror games, and we're both running horror games starting at 8 p.m. GMT.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I hope you don't run at 8 p.m. GMT because you're scheduled to start. Oh yeah, it is GMT time zone when it
Yes,
runs.
it will be.
Yeah, because
It's been BST now. Yeah.
Because British summertime will end this weekend.
Indeed, but I didn't screw up as badly on that as somebody else. I'll just hope you know in terms of time zone.
Right. Yay, we get an extra hour in bed one time. On the Sunday, fantastic.
Oh,
Means everything.
yeah.
Yes,
This
it
is the
does.
weekend we get more, isn't it? Because the weekend when we get less, I always feel it. I go back to work on the Monday and I'm not as fresh. I
Yeah.
hate that weekend.
Didn't
I
you
hate
say
British summertime.
there's more car crashes or something?
As we go, at this time of year, there's more car crashes.
Yeah, but when the clocks move.
Yeah, it happens again.
Interesting.
but that's the summer one, I believe. But this time of year, people start crashing because they're not used to driving in the dark. Then come the summer one, people start crashing because their blood sugar's fucked, they're not awake, and some idiots told them to get to work.
Okay, so
Right, I better get Elsie. Hang on. There we go.
get Shayla back in.
Right then.
Right. So these guys have turned around and they're starting to sort of pick up weapons. So we're now into initiative, and get ready for this first draw.
Hang on a minute. I was supposed to get a glass of water. What happened to it?
Oh, sorry.
Be quick. Quick.
I can hear you. I just can't talk back.
Oh, are you okay? You okay? Oh, question, Ronald. I've been assuming at this stage that my PowerPoints rejuvenate.
Yeah, they go. It's 1 point per hour. So we'll call it 4 hours. So 4 points back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a per point per hour.
That's doable for now, but
That way.
no, it's cool. I mean, the acid attack's quite powerful, so
It's yeah, it's the advantage of it's slightly the advantage of the long travel times at some points.
Now, just
Probably
so
not.
we're all clear, there's no alcohol in here, okay? And I'm not lazy because I went to go and get it myself, so I'm not a stereotype.
Right. So first round of initiative. Jason, Joker.
oh la la.
Becky, Ace. Phil has a 6, and I've got that card. Right. So, Jason, kicking off, you can decide when during the round you wish to act, and you will be at +2 for all actions this round.
Yeah. I think I'll go after Becky because after her sort of first flurry of bullets, I can then be the support of deterioration, quite literally.
Okay.
You're not going
Becky,
to throw
you're
me a
on.
grenade again, are you?
Okay, so 3 Nazis, 3 bullets.
You're
That's
going
how
for
we're
one
doing
each?
it.
Okay, right. So
Right.
you know 3 shooting die plus your wild.
All right.
Your wild can replace one of your shooting die if it happens to be.
Hit and a
nothing
raise, hit and a raise, hit.
Okay, let's deal with the hit and the raise ones first. Extra d6 damage on these. Remember, these can ace.
12,
Yeah, he's down.
9,
He is shaken. Normal damage for this one.
8.
Yeah, he's shaken. Not bad. Right, Jason. So you've seen one drop and 2 have sort of been winged.
Yeah. So I'm going to pump up my my sort of glow in the dark capsuled gun gizmo
Okay.
and kind of sweep around a bit, almost like the like Al Capone Tommy gun type.
Yes. Okay.
Crazy green comes out. Right, so I'm assuming you want a weird science from me.
Yes, it's a weird size to get you.
Oh, that's definitely a Benny. Holy fuck. That's better. It's a 13.
That's not bad at all. How many power points you got to spend to get that thing up and running?
It's 2 to 6. So, depending on how small the area is, I don't mind if it uses all 4 because I'm kind of sweeping around.
Yeah.
It's a little bit ambiguous actually on how much you spend.
I've got a feeling 2 will be for a small template. What page is it on?
It's on 126. I'm just reading it now.
This is what I have.
2 to 6 PowerPoints, and then a bit later it says for double the PowerPoints. And then, and for triple. Oh, I see what it means now. Right, so I guess 2 is the default, which does 2d6 damage. Double, so 4. Blast does 3d6 damage, all the sides increase to a large burst. For triple the points, so 6, it does both.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
For triple the points, it does both. Right, so double, it's either... Do you want to do 3d6 to a medium template, or do you want to do 2d6 for a large?
Yeah, I mean, how big is the room?
You'll be able to hit some of the front with just the medium template. You'll hit a lot. You'll get far more if to use the McDonald's phrasing, if you go large. Remember, you had +2 on that roll as well.
Oh, did I? Okay. Oh yes, of course, because Joker. All right, so in fact I get 12. Beg your pardon.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a hit with a raise. I'm going to be really generous and give you the extra d6 damage on it.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, out of the choice, I was thinking of grading it anyway to a large blast, because that just makes sense to be acidic.
Right, so I'll allow you 3d6, because that's the extra d6 damage with a large template.
Holy fuck. I keep rolling aces.
Go for it.
31.
Right. I'm going to give you the option.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the option with that amount of damage. This is something I do with my players at Settlers a lot when they start rolling up sillies. I will allow you to wipe 5 people, or you can take a Benny back.
I'll wipe the 5 people.
Yeah, I thought you might.
You huge grin on the doctor's face, and you actually see like glints of green in his eyes from the reflection of the apples.
Yeah, that's a serious amount. They're going full on end scene of Raiders. Well, actually, no. I'm thinking the guy in RoboCop who gets the acid over him and starts melting. I'm thinking more him, but slightly more family friendly, because this is meant to be 30s pulp. No, we passed family friendly about 7 sessions ago, and we've only had 5, including character creation. Phil.
Yeah, I'll pop out with the Mauser, and I will spray the Germans in front of me as well.
Go.
So that's 2 hits.
2 hits, right? Roll me damage. Normal damage for each, please.
And it is... That is... 8. That is 13. Oh no, sorry, 14 because it's +1.
Okay.
And 9.
9, right. 1 is shaken. I'll come back to that. 1 has been dropped. The other one is shaken. Now, I'm going to roll random. If it's an odd number, you have the one you've made shaken is one of the ones who was already shaken thanks to Becky's shooting earlier. So that person will effectively drop. No, it's not. So there's a few that are kind of light, sort of standing back, and a couple have dropped, and but half of them have basically sort of melting into puddles of goo. all of them sounding like they're offshoots from the Wizard of Oz. So there's really only a couple of them able to shoot back at this point. There's enough to. And yeah, that was terrible. One gun jams and the other two miss.
Those cave drawings are obviously having an impact.
My God. Right. So, as is required, again, for the step-by-step, because I pulled a joker, I do have to shuffle the deck, as is standard. So who knows, you might get a joker out again. 6 for Jason this time. 5 for Becky. An 8 for Phil. Okay. So, my guy's going first. There is a God. Okay. One of them is a hit, and I'm just going to literally go by the law of averages. That if someone was going to shoot the biggest danger out of the three of you, it's the person with the big acid tank that's going to get shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the person with the. Anyway,
do your worst.
It's only really going to be a problem if they actually do you some decent damage. What is your toughness, please, Jason?
Is this technically it is a bullet, isn't it? They're just shooting regular bullets.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it'd be 10.
10. Okay. You are shaken, sir.
Okay.
And I just want to point out that I did actually, out of 2d6 there, I rolled 11, which meant I rolled one ace, and then proceeded to roll a 1, doing 12 damage. I mean, you know, come on, dice, seriously. The other 2 shots don't go anywhere.
Okay.
But next to act is Phil.
Okay, so there's only one guy that's actually managing to shoot back at the moment, isn't there?
At the moment, I mean, the rest of them just...
Yeah, because 2 guns jammed, there's one guy shot back. So I'm going to shoot all 3 shots at that one guy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Roll.
Okay, so that's 1 hit.
Ouch.
Yeah, not so good. Not so good. Damage is 6.
Nah, not even close. Clearly, you're kind of ducking away from his firing wild, and you've just not got a... Right. Jason, you are shaken, sir.
Yeah, so is it spirit or vigor again?
It's spirit for shaken.
Okay, cool. Better get rolling. Oh, I got a 5.
That's okay. You are no longer shaken. You can act this turn, but you will have -2 on it.
Okay. How many are left?
There's 5 left. You know, there's a couple that are shaken. There's 2 with a gun jam, and one who was shot at by Phil, but you know, didn't really do anything.
In that case, what I'll do, I'll proceed to start picking them off. So I'll take out my survival knife, and I will attempt to
gut them.
Got the shaken ones.
Okay. I need you to make me a fighting roll, please.
Now about that, I got a 3.
Yeah, you need to make a better fighting roll.
I'm aware of this.
kind of, you stab lots of cloth. Becky.
All right. So as far as I'm concerned, 3 bullets, 3 Nazis, not the ones with jammed guns.
Okay.
Let me see. That's a hit, and a hit and a raise.
Right.
Let's do the raise first.
Let's do it with the hit and the raise. Extra d6 damage. Will it?
11.
He is.
Kaput.
Yeah, he's dead.
Right. $18.
That's very dead. Let's do the other one.
16.
Yeah, that's equally very dead.
Got a lot of races there. So yeah, I'm just sort of shooting from behind this gravestone here, just going Nazi, 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 Nazi.
Jason?
Mm-hmm.
The other Joker?
Oh, wow, okay.
Jack for you. Becky? King for Phil? God, high scoring round. Wow. Wow. Nothing less than a face card on all this.
Okay.
Wow. And let's just say Becky's actually acting last in all of this. And she's got a Jack. Well, first and foremost, Jason, when do you want to act during your turn? And remember, you're at +2 when you do so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been reluctant to fire grenades just because we're in a place of value. So I'm going to keep going with the knife. Therefore, I think it's best if I act after everybody else.
You can act after everybody else. Okay, Phil, you're up.
Okay, so seeing Jason's character is actually out there with the knife, I'm gonna try and move out with him so I don't hit him. So I'm gonna keep firing at the Nazis. But
okay. Roll me your shooting, please.
Okay, so that's that's a hit. 2 hits, 1 with a raise.
Okay, do me the hit and the raise damage first, please. Extra d6.
Okay, so that is 15.
Yeah, that's very dead.
And 10.
He's shaken. And the next to act is the Nazis themselves. So the first thing they've got to do is 2 of them have got to come off shaken, and neither of them do. There's one trying to unjam his gun, which he does manage to do, which means he can fire, but he's going to be at -2 to do so. But when you're rolling like that, who cares? Yeah, he's going to have a pot shot at the guy who's just been doing massive amounts of damage just there. You've just shot 2. You've just shot 2 of his friends. He's just going to go. What is your toughness, please, Phil?
6.
You are shaken, sir.
Okay.
Now you can choose to spend a penny to immediately be removed from shaken, or you can...
I'm going to spend that penny.
Well, you can wait for your next turn and do a spirit check and see if you can come off it.
I'll spend a penny now and come off
You're
it.
going to spend a penny and come off it straight away? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And next to act is Becky.
How many Nazis?
There's 3 altogether. 2 of them are still kind of backing off at this point.
3 Nazis, 3 shots.
Go for it.
Fuck, one of them missed. The other one, however, 19.
I would say.
So I've got 19 and a hit, and I'm afraid 1 shot missed.
Okay, so let's deal with the hit and raise first. Extra d6 damage.
That's 9.
That's going to be a kill because they're pretty much shaken now.
And the other hit, I'm afraid, is only a 5.
Yeah, that's not doing anything.
Damn.
Jason.
Yep, so again, approach one of the shaken out of them and attempt to gut.
Fighting roll for me, please. Remember, you're at +2 for this.
Alright. No, that's okay, it's 5.
That's just a hit.
Just a hit. Right. So, what
Remember, parry is slightly. The fighting is slightly different, where the target number is the target's parry score, rather than sort of straight 4 for shooting.
Are you kidding me? I roll. Oh, actually, no, I'm reading the die wrong because it's the other. Yeah. It's only 4 damage.
No, you're making the tailors. You're making whoever made the suit very angry. They're feeling every thrust and crush and slice of your blade.
Wow, these guys are tough fuckers.
Clearly, your gutting skills are overstated. Right, so 7, Jason. King for Becky. 7 for Phil. And that for me. So in terms of actions, it will be Becky, Jason, Phil.
Okay, how many Nazis standing?
There is 2 now.
All right, I'll use 2 bullets.
Okay, well, 2 then. 2 and a wild.
That is a hit and a raise, and 17. A hit and a very raise.
Okay, let's do the damages. 6 damage on both.
11 and 9.
Yeah, that's 2 deaths. 2 shakens equal a wound, and a wound's enough to take him.
About time they all died. Sorry about that. I wasted a bullet. Oh, speaking of which, you better have this, Captain. And I toss Jake another magazine that's only got 11 rounds in it, but if you mix them together,
Yeah, thanks for that. I was getting to that.
Might not rattle quite so much. So that gives you 16 shots in it.
I only had 5 left in this one.
You should have 16 now, to my count.
16. Okay.
The sort of cacophony of bullets die down. And you can see the grave that they were attempting to dig. Is the grave of Sir Hector Tawson.
Oh, that doesn't say Arthur on it.
You sure you got the right place?
This is the other man that the professor mentioned.
And why did he mention this one again?
Well, that's the person that Cartwright said they were coming to excavate for some reason. They haven't quite found the coffin, though. Obviously, a bit more digging to be done here.
Oh, you're kidding. Am I still getting paid 300 quid a day or whatever it was?
Oh, I assure you, if we can be the persons to find Excalibur, I am sure that there will be more than a tidy reward for you.
I think they might have shot the Nazis a tad too early. We should let them finish digging first.
Right, I didn't leave any alive to go get them to do it.
So is
Alright.
it like a sort of hole in the ground at this stage?
Yes.
Seems a little wrong to dig a grave up, though.
Oh,
Shouldn't we have like a priest here or something?
If you wish to consider the moral implications of what we are doing, I would simply draw your attention to the fact that should these Nazis succeed in gaining Excalibur and thereby gaining control of the realm, we'll be looking at people digging a lot more graves for their loved ones to lie in.
Yeah, but
I'm afraid digging up the grave of someone who may have been dead for several centuries, if not a millennia in some.
there's means and ways, though. I mean, like, do it properly.
I am all for saying a benediction if it will make you feel any better, Miss McFeeler.
I think you have to exhale the grave or something.
I think you mean exhume.
Yeah, I don't know
Yes.
who Benedict is.
He was my fourth cousin. Now,
I'm not
Right,
sure
right,
I follow that, but it should be done proper, like.
you get the feeling that the professor is finally possibly giving you some snatch back. He's finally found his sass.
Hey, look, we got to do it proper, or we're no better than the Nazis.
Well, how about this, if we're going to do it properly, and the doctor gets out a small book, which you think might be the Bible, but then he starts reciting something in Hindu. And then
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, some proper Latin.
then he begins to talk the Torah and the Quran and other stuff, and he goes through everything.
Yeah, you were kind of going in and out there, Jason.
I think it's more connection than your sound, though.
Ow. Yes, I think it is.
You're
No,
fine now, though.
Yeah, you
in
see that.
summary, I'm doing my polytheist. So I'm reciting all the benedictions I can think of in every religion.
well, I know I haven't picked up a Bible in a while, but that doesn't jog any memory that I've ever had.
Nah, it's in Latin, innit? It's all right, bloke. That'll do for me. And I get my shovel. Well, I get a shovel from the Nazis and I start digging.
Nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
That's just one of the monotheistic religions. If you want to do it properly, then we have to do it in Arabic as well, and in Hebrew.
Well, I only really know my Latin from my days in Oxford.
And that is why this country is so biased towards Christianity. And there's so much more out there, so much that the world looks to in terms of this higher power, or these higher powers, if there are multiple gods involved, like the ancient Greeks, for example.
Oh, what a civilization is the Greek.
So
Anyway.
I just keep going relentlessly.
Anyway, shall we? Yes, we must continue to excavate. I will see if there are any clues in this edition of La Morte d'Arthur.
Yeah, you read your book. I'll do the yard graph with the shovel. Yeah.
Well, I'll spy you a bit after you dug some.
There's more than one shovel here.
Yeah, the rest are covered in blood. Okay, go on then, budge over.
And the hole in that shovel is nothing to do with me. I only missed one bullet and I know where it went.
That might have been my fault, actually. That acid is quite potent.
Oh shit, you're right. It's not a bullet hole.
I do have a flask if you want to wash the blood off.
Yeah, I'm alright. It's covered in mud anyway. God, it's a bloody branch here.
After digging for a few, sort of 15, 20 minutes or so, you suddenly hit. It feels like sort of heavy oak.
Well, I seriously hope this guy was buried in a coffin.
No, he was wrapped in a tree. No.
It was encased in amber.
Right then. We'll clear it out so we can lift it out.
Yes, let's. Ooh. Yes.
Is there more exhuming to do?
Well, I think there may be carvings upon the coffin there. He immediately sort of reaches into one of his pockets and gets out a small archaeologist brush and starts. Ooh, all the carving and screwwork are quite exceptional.
I don't think we've got time for that.
Oh, I've always got time for good screwwork.
I'll pick up a Nazi's jacket and rub the dirt off the other side in half the time.
Yes. Oh, this is interesting.
What's that?
Rather obscure clue, I suppose, but yes, I suppose it's the only. I've been reading through the book, and it mentions Sir Hector in an obscure passage. He came from the as he's got to find his notes now. I do have notes for this. He came from Sweden. Near one of the Great Lakes, the Eresjon Lake. Yes, Eresjon. It says here that Eresjon was one of the places reportedly to be the true home of the Lady of Lake. I think this is the next clue.
So what you're telling me was the location was in the book, not on this grave.
But I needed to see the grave and see that he came from that region.
Ah, right.
To make the connection. And at that point, you hear a gunshot ring out and the professor drops. From the entrance, you see three more men.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to charge at them and gun in one hand, sword in the other. I'm just going to run at them because I'm hoping that I can push them back through those lancy spike trap thing.
Okay. Whether you're acting, I need to do that. 6 for Jason.
Mm-hmm.
6 for Becky. 5 for Phil. And that's just incredible. Right. So, just to explain to the people at home, I have drawn 2 6s and a 5. And I'm still going fucking last.
Well.
What's the chances you guys have been getting like jokers and aces and things?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting fours. Right. Anyway, so it's straight across the line, Jason.
Well, I haven't quite decided what I'm doing yet, so ladies first.
Okay, Becky, you're up.
Okay, so I'm charging at them. Gun out, sword out. If they look like they're going to shoot, I'll try and shoot them on the way.
Yeah, I mean they've got the guns out, so
Okay. Then I'll shoot them
then
on the way as a multi-action. So that's -2, yeah?
-2, yes.
Okay. I missed. In fact, I want to show you this roll because, like, seriously. Set in focus. There we go.
Ouch.
That is a special kind of failure right there.
That's almost unique.
Okay, that's
It's so bad it's not even Snake Eyes.
Yeah, because at least Snake Eyes, I could do something silly like your gun jammed or something. But
yeah.
yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do, I say, oh, for God's sake, fine. I get out one of my homemade conical flasks, pull out the cork, and toss it at them.
Oh, go for it. I need a throwing roll.
I know. I promise I'll take it the next advance.
Oh dear.
Okay, so I got a 9. I got an 8, hooray!
Is that with the -2?
Oh, sorry, beg your pardon. No, it's not. So it'll be 7.
Okay, it's still enough. Boom. What's the damage on that thing?
Well, it's a lot. 3d6.
Okay, this could get painful because it's going to be 3d6 to everyone in that area.
20.
Right. So the 3 guys, the 3 former members of the human race that have now become exploded kind of husks, have burned almost beyond recognition. They're sort of screaming and sort of flailing about, but yeah, nothing's dousing that flame anytime soon. That's ouchy. I'd like to ask what Phil wanted to do, but quite frankly, there's nothing for you to do, Phil.
I'll check the professor.
He's in a very bad way. He's got very shallow breathing now. You must not fail. The world needs you to do this. If you do not succeed, then...
Yeah. Doctor, is this the karma you were talking about? He got mouthy with me, then he got shot.
Now is not really the time.
I think he's just passed out. I don't think he's died.
No, he's gone.
Oh, he's died. Oh.
Well, technically, it takes several minutes for the brain to shut down, so he's not completely dead. But
well, we better take the book. What are we going to do now if we need him to interpret all the blooming gobbledygook in this here?
Well, if we've killed all the Nazis that know to look for this coffin, why don't we burn the coffin and get them off our tail?
That's not a stupid idea.
I mean, it's a cremation, right?
Mm-hmm. It's very Viking. Is that what you want to do? Burn the coffin?
I mean, I assume there's nothing of note inside the coffin other than a guy that deserves his rest, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much it's just kind of dust and bits of rag.
Aye. So if we were to not find the sword, in theory, there's no Nazi that will be able to get this clue. And they're obviously looking for it, and we've killed them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah. And take a look. I also, I sort of dragged the professor over so he's sort of in a sitting position, facing the entrance. And what I try and do is fashion his fingers, so he's doing that. So he knows he does come in.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, but shouldn't we bury him? I mean, we got a grave.
Would he probably like to be burnt along with this Hector guy, I would have thought.
We have no idea what he wants. He's dead.
Well, he doesn't mind then, does he?
Oh, I didn't think he would mind insulting the Nazis that came in.
Look, there's space in this coffin. Why don't we put him inside?
Okay, fine. If you really want to put him inside.
Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not touching a man.
Oh, we can drag him over. I'll grab his arms and drag him over to the pit. Well, are we going to place him in, or should I just roll him in?
All right, let's place him in.
I'm not touching him, just so we're clear.
Okay.
A bit squeamish now. You shot all those people.
I'm not squeamish. Well, I mean,
Kind of am.
but I'm just saying I don't like it.
That's why you own a gun, because they die at a distance.
So you are
I'll
burying.
kill him up close with sword as well.
So
I
are
like
you
the sword.
What are you doing with the professor? You're burying him in the grave of Sir Hector.
Yes, I think probably. Is it me and Tiberius going to lift him in?
Okay.
Because somebody's too squeamish.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
like it. And it was hard to do the barbecue as well, so.
Oh, my back is heavier than I thought.
Okay.
Better pat him down a minute, make sure he's not got any more clues on him that they might need later on.
Oh, he's got that shield thing, isn't he?
Yeah, grab that.
Yeah.
You've got to get out.
Okay. So you've got the small coat of arms of King Arthur. And are you burning this coffin?
Aye.
Yeah, because of the inscription.
Okay. And I think that's a good place to stop this session. With a roaring fire
A funeral pyre.
and a funeral pyre. And yeah.
I got flames.
Where does the investigation go from here? Tune in next time, folks. So I am going to be doing the advances with the players when we stop this broadcast. Thanks everyone for watching. And catch you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya, folks.
Bye.
Bye.